So my sprite can move now with the direction buttons, but when it goes off the edge of the screen, it then gets lost. So I want to, from the scene box, grab this one here under camera. The camera follows sprite, my sprite. I'm going to drag that one underneath. So after it refreshes and I move the character around, you should see that the camera will move with the sprite. Now, when I start my game, I want my character to start in a specific place. So under scene, if I scroll down a little bit, where it says Tilemap operations, I've got two blocks here. I've got the place my sprite on top of, and then a column and row position, or I've got place my sprite on top of a random and then a block. So let's have a look at those two blocks now. So this first block, if I did that, so it's going to start at 0, 0, which is going to be in the top corner. So if I change this to 1, so column 1, row 0, it's going to move it slightly to the right. So if I change this, say, to 5, it's going to go all the way to that position there. Or I could change this position as well to column to row 1, so it will move to that position. The other block that I could use is place my sprite on top of a random. And at the moment, there's no, these are the blocks that I can choose from. So I could choose to go from a random, say this one here, that's the bottom thing. So every time I refresh it, it should go into a random position. Okay, so I could do that. I could choose a specific corner if I wanted to. So say I wanted the top left corner, I could choose this one. So now, because there's only one of those top left corner blocks, it will always start in that position. What I could do as well, in my tile map, I could add in a start block. So I could say, for example, let's see, I could choose this one here as being my start block. So say I wanted my character to start here, for example. Okay, so then I could change this to, you see now it becomes available now that I've used it in my tile map. So when it refreshes, it will always start. It will always start in that specific place. Okay. So I also want to make it so that when my character touches the black, it gets reset back to the beginning, the starting block. So under scene, if I scroll down, quite far down, we've got this one here. On the sprite kind of player overlaps at location and then some action to do. Now, because it's got the straight edge at the top, it doesn't fit underneath. It doesn't go inside this one here. It will be its own block over here. So on this, if the sprite, the player sprite overlaps the block, what I want to do is you do this again. So I'm going to right click on my starting block and duplicate it and then drag it and put it under there. So now my sprite will start here. And if I move along, if I touch the black, you'll see it instantly goes back to that starting block there. Okay, so no matter where I go to around my map, if I touch on the black, it will go back to the beginning, which is where we can start making the map a bit more interesting as well. So I could start adding in some more paths for my sprite to get to, say, something like this. So then we've got like a maze being built for my sprite there.